So going to New York, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but quarterback situation, I know, they're going to figure it out, especially, if they got a caliber receiver coming like me, they're going to want to give me the ball, so I'm sure they're going to want to have a quarterback that can do that.
Okay, so that's your guy from LSU, Marcus. I'll start with you. What do you hear there? What do you make of that?
That the Giants need a new quarterback. That's what I heard first from Malik Neighbors.
Have you talked with Daniel Jones yet?
I actually did talk to Daniel Jones. He was just like, I'm happy that you're here. We're gonna hit the ground running, and then he's gonna learn about me. I'm gonna learn about him, and we're gonna get together.
I know it's very early, but what do you make of him as a quarterback?
I'll wait till I get here to see, all that. I'm just happy to be here. Great organization, here, so I'm just happy to be here.
Joe, do you view the quarterback position as a priority high in this draft still? You have the number 47 overall, or do you remain comfortable coming out of this draft without one?
I'm comfortable where we are.
Do you believe you can find like a franchise quarterback at that point in the draft?
Listen, I'm ecstatic about Malik. I mean, I don't know what's going on up there right now. I know a couple quarterbacks just went. So, again, we're going to look at all positions across the board. It's, I've said last week that we have multiple, needs across the board on the team, and we'll continue to, try to fill those throughout the draft.
All right, you two, what's going on? It's NYC Sports Talk, back at it with another video. And, we had the weekend to think about it after the draft, the second, third round, fourth, fifth, and sixth round, right? Seeing what Joe Schoen decided to draft, essentially addressing every need, which I think he did a great job on, right? You can't please everybody, A lot of people wanted quarterbacks, a lot of people wanted the best cornerback, Kool-Aid McKinstry. You could even go on Cooper DeJean or any of the other cornerbacks in the draft, and we go for Andre Phillips. But, it is what it is, right? Draft is over now. Rookie minicamp is coming up soon. And, we got to look towards the future. Speaking of the future, this guy, Daniel Jones, right? I do have to talk about this for all the Giants fans out there. This year, right, this season coming up, the 2024 season, will truly be the absolute last make it or break it, no excuses season for Daniel Jones. Right, before it was 2022, 2023, no. This is the season, and this is for a bunch of reasons, right? Number one, foremost, right, is going by the contract. Daniel Jones signed a 4-year, $160 million contract. But in reality, it's really a 2-year deal because they have an opt-out after 2 years. So Joe Schoen had that flexibility in that contract. If it doesn't pan out in these next 2 years and maybe 2022 really was a fluke, then okay, they can opt out, lower the payroll, get their own quarterback after that, after the second season of the contract. Which, as of right now, is looking, like the case. Right? They really were trying to push it for Drake May, but it didn't happen, right? So that's the number one reasoning right now. So he's essentially on the last year of his contract, if you want to think of it like that, on a contract year. And if he gets injured, well, that's going to ruin everything. Because now if he gets injured, now there's a clause in that contract, if he gets injured, there's going to be a lot of guaranteed money. And he's going to stay on with the Giants after that if he gets injured, which is not good. So all that money is guaranteed. Daniel Jones stays on for year 7, which I can't do. I can't do another year 7. So that's one aspect. And there's also the draft of this season, which is getting Malik Neighbors number 6 overall. Right? With Malik Neighbors, I think he's arguably one of the best wide receivers in not only this year's draft, but last year's as well. Okay, I'm putting him right up there with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. He's that type of talent. Comes from LSU, Odell Beckham. These wide receivers get busy, okay? And going by what he said, Malik Neighbors, what he said in his little interview, press conference the day after he got selected, you know, he's going to come in there and not going to be shy to tell Daniel Jones, throw me the ball. You got to throw the ball the right way. And this is the guy. He's going to get in his face, which Daniel Jones needs. Okay? So that's the second thing. Malik Neighbors got to hold him accountable for that reason. And, well, third is really just, you know, it's been 6 years, man. Going to year 6. Like, how many more years do we need? You know, we can't keep telling ourselves, oh, just give him some time, give him some time. At some point, you got to figure it out, man. You got to figure it out. Yeah, sure, the offensive line sucked, but Tyrod Taylor, Tommy DeVito made it look good. And it was still trash with them. Same offensive line. But then as soon as Daniel Jones comes back in from that little injury, the sack numbers go up. He's holding on for the ball too much. They understand his tendencies. He's got to play a little different. You know, he's too hesitant. He's shell-shocked. Doesn't want to throw the ball down the field deep. Wants to get it out quick, but something's got to change. Brian Dable has to create an immense game plan this year for Daniel Jones. If he plays, if Drew Lock doesn't start, right? Because they signed Drew Lock in hopes of, he might start. So, but if Daniel Jones starts, you gotta change up the playbook, man. You gotta do what you did with Josh Allen in 2020, right? Where he reportedly ripped up the original playbook from 2018, 2019, which was geared towards the college scheme that Josh Allen was in to make him more comfortable into the big leagues, but clearly it wasn't working. And then he changed it to Josh Allen's strengths in 2020, got him Stephon Diggs, and then you had that monstrous season, breakout season in 2020, throwing for 45, 43 touchdowns, something like that. So, I mean, Brian Dable's got to do that for Daniel Jones this year. You got to lay it all out there. Again, there's like a risk of him getting injured again, which is another thing. You can't deal with these injuries either. So, you got to stay healthy. The offensive line's got to stay healthy. Just block for him. Just get the job done. He spent so much capital on this offensive line, both in drafts, free agency. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Why is the Giants the only team that can't figure out the offensive line? It's appalling. So everyone's got to step in and do their part. Defense is doing fine, even without Wink Martindale. They should be fine. You got Tyler Nubin, great safety, right? Basically a direct replacement to Xavier McKinney to go along with Jason Pinnock. And you know he looks great. We got the best safety in the draft. So I think defense is fine. Andre Phillips will fill in. Any other CB will fill in to the number 2 corner. It's fine. As long as you have Deontay Banks out there, we're solid. But then the D-line, you have Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau. Still got Sexy Dexy out there. Micah McFadden, Bobby Okereke. We should be solid. Okay? So, you know, this just has to be the last year. After this, no holds barred. Joe Shane has no ties to him. If he doesn't get injured, right? And, you know, it's really just do or die at this point. It wasn't 2022, 2023. This is the year for Daniel Jones. This is it. This is it. And let's be honest, even if he does get injured, that's not really an excuse to keep him around, right? You could still bench him, right? You don't have to start him after that the next season. The decision should be final. If he doesn't prove anything this year, this is it. There's just no way you're making $40 million a year with incentives to get up to 48. So this is just it, right? Can't keep going on this carousel over and over again. Is Daniel Jones the guy? Is he not the guy? Is he the guy? and then the fan base going back and forth. Oh, you got to give him weapons, offensive line. I can't do it anymore, man. I just can't do it. If you have CJ Stroud coming as a rookie and taking a 2-win, 3-win team all from garbage, selecting number 2 overall, all of a sudden going straight into the playoffs, then winning a playoff game the next year, rookie quarterback. I mean, that's ridiculous. Yes, I know they have a new head coach. They have a new offensive coordinator as well. They have Nathaniel Tank Dell, who helped a lot. They had Nico Collins, I think Robert Woods as well. And there's a lot of things going as well. They have a good offensive line, but the quarterback makes the offensive line look good as well. If the scheme is properly there and it gets out the ball quick and smartly, right? If you hold on to the ball too long, you're going to get sacked, right? Regardless. Even the best of the best get sacked. So, I mean, just going by that, an elite quarterback like that, they go from Deshaun Watson to CJ Stroud. Like, they hit on 2 great quarterbacks. Say what you want. These are great quarterbacks. And we're still stuck in the same old nonsense. Daniel Jones, it's year 6. I do not want a year 7 of, is he the guy or not? There's no, it's done. You should be fully developed by year 6, year 7. Okay? We should not be having this conversation anymore. When you have players like CJ Stroud out there completely turning around teams. All right? Now you have Caleb Williams on the Bears. You got Jaden Daniels, who's in our division with the Washington Commanders. God forbid if he does a great job, then all eyes are going to be on Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? So it has to stop. This is the year for Daniel Jones. No more excuses. You got to make it or you got to sink. That's it. And regardless, if Joe Shane does not move on from Daniel Jones, the next regime, the next general manager will move on from Daniel Jones. That's all I'm going to say. Same thing with Brian Daboll. The next head coach will make changes that won't include Daniel Jones. So that's all I got to say for this video. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. And I guess I'll see you guys till rookie minicamp. Peace.